Hello, everybody, and welcome to a chef battle that'll make your bones rattle, a chow down that won't bow down. This is Feed Demons! Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Zach Gowdy, coming to you live from beautiful St. John's, Newfoundland and Labrador at Piatto Pizzeria. Now, let's meet the two local chefs who are going to face off in this culinary competition. On my left, coming to you from Cito Bar and Restaurant and Kitchen on fabulous Duckworth Street in downtown St. John's, the chef owner, Kenny Pittman. And on my right, coming to you from the fabulous Merchant Tavern on historic Water Street in downtown St. John's, the chef de cuisine, Nick Walters. These two chefs are going to face down in 3 20-minute rounds featuring this beautiful common pantry of donated, locally sourced ingredients, and they must incorporate 1-star local ingredient into each and every round. Here to introduce those, my friend, partner, and judge in tonight's competition. You know him well, local food star Marc Mccrae. So, Marc, what is under the table, under the cloth, I should say, for round one?
We got our, this is our Piatto pizza dough, which the chef is not our secret ingredient, but I will reveal our secret ingredient.
Dun, dun, dun. Drum roll, please. Here we go. Pulling it out of the official Feed Demons fridge.
You all know him well, Adam Blanchard from Five Brothers Cheese. We got his... Logie Bay Jack spiked with red chilies for the first round.
Logie Bay Jack spicy red chili will be the secret ingredient in round number one. Chefs, are you ready to go? All right, guys, let's give them a countdown. 3, 2, 1, go! And with that, Feed Demons is underway. Round one, here we go, in the zone. John Pike, let's bring up the tunes. Carolyn Stokes, my co-host, let's hit the clock. Get this competition started. Okay, both chefs have chosen onions as they begin to go. Chef Nick is slowly chopping a Spanish onion, while Chef Kenny has chosen a red onion, also some lemons, some cherry tomatoes, and a red pepper. Filling up this basket from the wonderful local pantry that we have donated for tonight's competition. All right, we're seeing Chef Kenny now taking a hunk of that delicious-looking Five Brothers Jack cheese. Okay, over on the other side, Chef Nick now getting some butter, a secret ingredient in, well, let's just say every dish is going to be prepared tonight. As our chefs begin their preparations, I'm going to ask my co-host from CBC Newfoundland and Labrador, Carolyn Stokes, to introduce the judges for tonight's contest. Carolyn.
All right, thank you, Zach. Well, we have 3 judges tonight, 3 decision makers. I'll start first with Chef Marc Mccrae, a very familiar face, and you are certainly very familiar with this kind of high-pressure cooking situation. You won Chopped Canada, and you've been behind this counter yourself before. So what's your advice to these chefs tonight?
Well, we got 2 of the best chefs in the city, in my opinion, here tonight, so I think they're used to the high pressure. And only advice I give them is work fast, because only 20 minutes goes so quick, right? So I think they're going to do great. So. And
you have to think fast, too, because it's mystery ingredients. So.
You need to multitask, yeah. But I think these guys are going to produce, so.
Excellent, excellent. All right, so next let's meet our Janet Cowell, another very familiar face, has one of the most beautiful voices in this province for sure, but this is a very different kind of gig for you.
Yes, it is, but I'm a big food lover, so I'm really looking forward to this.
Yes, and you get to eat for a good cause tonight.
Exactly. I'm not much of a cook, so yeah, this is a thrill tonight.
Thanks, Janet. And next we have our gracious host. This is Kate Vallis, co-owner of Piatto Pizzeria here on Elizabeth Avenue. Thank you so much for having us here tonight.
Thank you for coming. We're so excited to be doing this again, and it's for an amazing cause, and we're just so excited to start off the Christmas season of giving, filling up those food banks, Here at Piatto, we do a gift certificate initiative. So every gift card that's bought over Christmas, we donate a meal to Bridges of Hope. So we're really excited. This is the best way to start it off, with a big old food donation for the Food Sharing Association.
Excellent, excellent. Thank you so much. And I'll throw it back to Zach to have a look at what's going on here behind the counter.
Okay, so I'll give you a taste of what's already happening here on the chef's side. Chef Nick is frying his sliced onions in a delicious helping of butter, the appropriate amount of butter, I should think. We're also seeing him go with a mixture of cauliflowers. We've got cauli as well as some purple and some green caulis in there, hitting that up with a nice dose of olive oil, salt and pepper. We'll see which direction he's taking that in a moment. Now on the other side, here to my left, Chef Kenny. We're already seeing him with a pan of those cherry tomatoes. He's cooking those up in the fabulous Piatto brick ovens with some guanciale, some chopped guanciale. He's also hitting up some chopped fresh herbs. I'm going to tell you more about those chopped fresh herbs in just a moment. We've got some lovely fresh parsley, some fresh dill, some cilantro on the table, but we've got another secret stash of herbs that we'll be telling you about in round two. We've got a stash for each chef. I can smell the herbs from half a kitchen away. That's how fresh those herbs are. The Chef Kenny is chopping right now. Okay, we're seeing Chef Nick giving those onions a nice toss. He's going to get those all caramelized. We're approaching the 5-minute mark of the first round. Time flies in the Feed Demons kitchen. Okay, so we're seeing Chef Nick checking on his cauliflower. Meanwhile, over on his station there, where that's the secret ingredient, the star local ingredient of round one. This is the Five Brothers Jack cheese that he's grating up. Once again, each chef must incorporate that star local ingredient into their dish. So we're seeing some flour now in with the butter and onions. Gonna make a nice oniony roux there on his hot plate, on his hot pan. He's gonna thicken that roux up real nice. I think that cheese is heading in there soon. All right, some of our judges have migrated over here to Chef Kenny's station. What does Chef Kenny have in the oven? So he has a pan load of cherry tomatoes, and I think it's guanciale, Mark?
Right, cool. All right.
What do you think of what you're seeing so far?
Judo.
Judo. Okay. Janet, what do you think of the smell so far?
Oh, I'm just like, come on, boys, 20 minutes. Let's get there so I can have a feed.
It feels like a short time on the TV, but a long time when you're here waiting for the food.
That's right. Smells so amazing. I can't wait.
Chef Marc Mccrae, you curated all these local ingredients. You think the guys are making good use of them so far in this round?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. We got Nick using the cauliflower from Lester's Farm. Kenny's working on some stuff over there with it. It's all going to get touched on throughout the night, I'm sure.
Cheese, you can really go a lot of different ways with cheese.
Yeah, it's the endless possibilities. So, yeah.
All right, so let's see what we have going on over here. Each chef brought in a few secret ingredients of their own, and they both brought in one of these. You want to know what really separates a chef from a home cook? Anchovies, folks. A can of anchovies. Every chef's secret ingredient. Okay. Meanwhile, Chef Kenny has oiled up some thin slices of that bread, which was donated from Rocket Bakery. Now he is finally dicing some garlic. He also has some red onion, red pepper, and parsley already very finely diced in his bowl. Over on the other side, we've got Chef Nick working on his roux, his flour, butter, his onions. Now he's got the cream going in there, getting a white sauce ready. That cheese will be heading in that pan soon. Standing in between these two 800-degree brick ovens, custom built here at Piatto Pizza, making this kitchen ideal for a two-chef battle. We have 8 minutes elapsed and 12 minutes remaining in round one. 12 and a half minutes left in round one. Some Chef Nick checking those cauliflowers now. Cauliflower takes normally a long time to roast, but in these 800-degree ovens, we think we're going to make it inside the 20-minute time limit. Chef Kenny's now pulled out his tomatoes and prosciutto and adding some honey. I'm sure that's the local honey as well. We went with all local ingredients here at Feed Demons. Absolutely, that is the Lester's Farm wildflower honey that Chef Kenny is incorporating into his dish. We're approaching the halfway point of round one. Okay, Chef Kenny's bread is toasting, nicely oiled. Okay, now Chef Kenny is working on the star ingredient for round one, chopping up his Five Brothers Jack cheese. Chef Kenny is slicing his, where we saw Chef Nick grate his cheese. Both chefs getting ready now to add the star ingredient into their preparations for round one. Breads are toasting nicely. Speaking of the anchovies, folks, I told you they were every chef's secret ingredient. Chef Kenny now incorporating those anchovies with his red onion, his parsley, his peppers, his garlic. Tasting along the way. Another thing that separates the real pros. Okay, folks, we are at the halfway point of round one. We've got some nibbles from Piatto Pizza making its way to the folks in the crowd. Seems like a great time to go back out to my co-host, Carolyn Stokes, where we're going to have a word from one of our many sponsors who made this Feed Demons night possible.
Absolutely. Thanks, Zach. Let's just head this way. I have something to show you here. We're going to speak with Kelly Mansell from Rocket Bakery. And Kelly, thank you so much for being here.
Hi, Carolyn. Nice to see you.
And this is your husband. Thank you for being here as well. What a spread you have here. This is a whole lot of deliciousness for sure. So tell me a bit about what's going on here.
Well, we are supplying one of the secret ingredients, and that secret ingredient is something that's very much part of an ancient art, and it's very much in keeping with nature in that it's sourdough bread. And sourdough bread is made with a starter that's made up with wild yeast and a bacteria called lactobacillus. So it's our starter's actually almost 6 years old, and our staff calls it Lorenzo. And it's very sourdough is really great because it breaks down the protein gluten into something that's much easier to digest.
So you were telling me earlier that it's actually a healthy bread.
Yes, it's got all kinds of vitamins, and it just, like I say, it makes it easier on the digestion, and it has a really great tang to it because of the starter, because of the natural starter. So there's so much more going on in a sourdough than something that's like a commercially based bread that's produced en masse, say.
And it's one of the ingredients that's up there tonight. So I guess there's lots of things that you can use sourdough bread for, and these are some examples here.
Yes, exactly. So our secret ingredient tonight is our regular sourdough, but we also brought some samples of other breads we make. But one that is really great too is our 7-grain sourdough. And right here we have some examples of things you can have with your sourdough, which doesn't have to be peanut butter and jelly, right? So we have different condiments that we make at Rocket, like our cranberry relish. We've got our partridge berry and caramelized onion spread. We've also got some tomato and onion compote, our hummus, and our fig jam as well. And then, of course, there's the traditional extra virgin olive oil and balsamic vinegar that you can dip in. So I don't know if you want to try any, Carolyn, or what do you think?
It looks delicious.
right here. This is the sour dough that's being used tonight. And you go ahead and try it, or yeah. Tried the baguette, which is fine. But I think you should try the sourdough too.
I want to chew this one first, for sure. Why don't you tell us a bit about Rocket Bakery?
Well, we've been around, if you can believe it, for 6.5 years already. We're down on Water Street. We have lots going on, the bakery, the event space on the 3rd floor, and we do a lot of catering, which is sort of an example of what we brought today. So, yeah, so that's what we're all about.
All right, Kelly Mansell, thank you so much. I'm going to throw it back to Zach.
Okay, we're getting down to it in round 1. Both chefs have worked that cheese into their dish now. We're seeing Chef Nick thinly slicing up some garlic. 6 minutes on the time, folks. We have seen Chef Nick strain his white sauce through a sieve. We are seeing on the other side, got Chef Kenny now. His crostinis are toasted. He has loaded that Five Brothers Jack cheese all over that toasty bread. Now tasting his slaw relish mixture. We're going to get the proper term on that in just a moment. But tasting up the good stuff. Okay, inside the oven. Yeah, there you go. Chef Kenny has got those small tomatoes nicely blackened. Getting the juice from those tomatoes now extracted. So he's gonna get the water and all the juices from those tomatoes removed, leaving just those roasted tomatoes, blackened tops. Got the prosciutto in there also. I saw him working on a spicy chili, so this dish is gonna have some kick to it. On the other side, Chef Nick now keeping that white sauce stirred. He's got a little, like a garlicky gastrique here ready to go. Smells fantastic. So he's got his gastrique for some acidity. He's got his white sauce featuring the Five Brothers cheese. Taste now. He likes what he tastes. He's on the right direction. A little sugar for a sweetener. We've got the sweet. Oh, a little molasses maybe?
The balsamic reduction.
The house balsamic reduction. Oh yeah, just look at those roasted cauliflowers. In your oven at home, you're looking at 30, 40 minutes to get your cauliflower that brown. Here at Piatto, 15 flat. These are gonna be some beautiful plates that our chefs are gonna be throwing down in just 4 minutes left. 4 minutes left in round 1. Okay, Nick's plating his cauliflower. Meanwhile, Chef Kenny is roasting, re-roasting those crostinis, getting that cheese melted, stringy, ooey, gooey, delicious. Both chefs really making use of the star ingredient, the Five Brothers cheese, in this round 1. Chef Nick's watching those bread. You cannot over toast. Doesn't want that cheese to go liquid, but just melty enough. You want the string effect, right? Watching his crostinis like a hawk is Chef Kenny. Chef Kenny coming to you from the Cito Kitchen and Bar on beautiful Duckworth Street in downtown St. John's. You can see his food tonight, but anytime you want to taste his food, you can find him there. Meanwhile, Chef Nick wiping up those plates. A clean presentation, very important here at Feed Demons. Okay, here comes the white sauce from Chef Nick. This is where things get a little cheesy. Give that one last taste. A little something. A little extra on the kosher salt. Little seasoning with the pepper there. Chef Kenny now ready to plate as well. Oh my God. So we're seeing his tomato, his roasted cherry tomato and prosciutto mixture now going down on top of those cheesy crostinis. His herb relish now about to go on there as well for a nice splash of freshness, a nice color to finish off that plate. Chef Nick is going in another direction with some dill. Fennel, there we go. Some confusing fennel now landing on Chef Nick's dish. Here we go with the cheese. That's what it's all about. The Five Brothers Jack cheese now. Ooey gooey white sauce mixture from Chef Nick. Gonna top off those roasted cauliflowers. 1 minute countdown, folks. 1 minute now. Pressure's on both of our chefs to finish plating. They need 4 plates, 1 each for the judges and 1 for the camera. Some lovely looking presentations from both of our chefs. This is going to be a tough battle and a tight one for the judges to decide. "30 seconds, everybody, 30 seconds. A little evu there. Finish off from Chef Kenny. Chef Nick finishing with his gastrique, with his fennel. All right, folks, so we're going to help count them down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it for round 1. Thank you so much, everybody. We'll ask you to hustle your plates right over to the chefs if you won't mind. And Chef Kenny, since you're there first, we'll ask you to please describe the lovely dish you have made for our judges this evening. No, you can go right ahead. You're on mic.
Grilled cheese. So we did an open-faced grilled cheese, some fire-roasted prosciutto and tomato with some chilies, some local honey, apple cider vinegar, then on top a little basil, parsley, brunoise, pepper, onion, and anchovy.
Wow, did you get all that? The world's best grilled cheese sandwich from Chef Kenny.
Where's this one go?
There we go. You can put this one right here, my man. In case you want a little ISO shot there, my friends. We've got a beautiful one to try. Okay, Chef Nick is loading up our judges also. Chef Nick, what did you make tonight, round 1?
I did charred cauliflower with a little, wasn't Logie Bay Jack, bechamel, fennel fran, and like an Italian vinaigrette.
That sounds fantastic and looks absolutely beautiful, my friend. Thank you so much. Okay, so as the judges get ready, I'm going to ask Marc Mccrae to come right back around and introduce the secret ingredient for round 2. As our judges are tucking in, we're going to get the chefs going right away. A quick second to clean their stations. And we're going to get started with round 2. Okay, Mark, we'll have to eat last, buddy. Okay, both chefs, barely a chance for a wipe down, and here we go with round 2. Remember, each round must feature the star local ingredient as the primary. And Mark, what do we have for round 2?
All right, chefs. Round 2, local cod.
Local cod!
Fresh from Seafood Shop, Churchill Square.
That looks absolutely
Beautiful.
beautiful. Those,
Nice thick loins.
those loins are thicker than my forearm.
All right.
Okay, guys, choose a loin. Okay, first we're gonna light them up. But hey, this is counting into the round time, so I'll ask my co-host Carolyn Stokes to get ready, and we're gonna start round 2 in 3, 2, 1, go! Guys, here we go. Getting crowded in the kitchen. Okay, the chefs are gonna loin it up. The secret ingredient in round 2, local codfish. Chef Nick already now making nice judge-sized portions out of that codfish. In just a few moments, we're going to go over to our judges to see what they thought of the dish they made in round 1. Meanwhile, Chef Kenny grabbing his cod. Only 20 short minutes to decide what they're going to make, to prep every last ingredient, and to get it on the plate for our judges. Hey, no one said it was going to be an easy night at Feed Demons. Okay, have the chefs had a chance to sample both plates? Okay, well then we're going to throw things over to Carolyn Stokes to go one by one through the judges. A little word on what they thought of each of our chefs' dishes. Carolyn.
All right, Kate, let's start with you. This looks amazing. What are your first thoughts?
He wasn't lying when he said it was the best grilled cheese sandwich you'll ever have. It is phenomenal. There's a lot going on there. The melted cheese, obviously you can't go wrong, but there's a nice kick and acidity to the dressing that he put on top of it. So it kind of cuts the richness of the cheese. It's phenomenal.
And the cauliflower, how are you finding that? It's nice to use the ovens for vegetables, right?
That's what I was just thinking. One of the things I love the most about this dish is the smoky flavor that he got off the cauliflower from putting it in the wood oven. I would never think to put cauliflower in the wood oven, but the flavor that he got off that combined with the richness of the bechamel, it was fantastic.
I love charred vegetables. Okay, let's move on to Janet. So Janet, what are your first thoughts on these two dishes?
I just don't want to stop eating either of them. They're so good. The taste, the basil, it's and the cheese in this dish is just gorgeous. And the cauliflower is just amazing. I'm loving it.
Cheese really makes everything better. Cheese and butter, right?
It really, really does. I mean, you can't go wrong, right? It's delicious. Great job.
All right, let's move on to the chef. Chef Marc, what are your thoughts on these two dishes?
Both really good dishes. They're both simple, but they're refined, and they got a lot of flavor. They really show each chef's style. Kenny's got some bold flavors with his dish, and there's a lot of chili in there, which I like because it accents the chili and the cheese secret ingredient. And Nick killed it with this simple charred broccoli, lots of great flavor, nice cheese sauce, vinaigrette. So really good start.
How are you going to judge this? How are you going to judge your favorite?
Well, we have a judge scorecard. We judge on taste, originality, the use of the secret ingredient, the preparation steps, and the overall presentation. So.
Excellent, excellent. Thank you, Marc. And I'll throw it back to Zach to see how the chefs are doing over there.
Okay, going down in the kitchen already. We are seeing Chef Kenny now working on the cauliflower that Chef Nick used last time. He's got several varieties of cauliflower, just like Chef Nick used in round 1. We've also seen him work in some red cabbage into his vegetable mixture. You can see both chefs have already portioned their cod. Chef Kenny, for his part, has portioned up his cod. You can see he's got them doused in oil and sitting ready to go on these small individual metal plates. I can't wait to see what he does with that. Over on Chef Nick's side, we have seen him also portion his cod. He's got a load of green chard chopped up. We've also seen him use that mandolin there on the counter to super thinly slice up some potatoes. He's got those thin potato slices. They might be going in the back already in the fryer, I think. Meanwhile, he's going to season up that chard and fire it into the fiery oven. Okay, now this is a whitefish round, so I'm thinking we're going to see them cooking the protein nearer to the end of the round. First, they're going to do all the other prep. Everything else is going in. They'll do the fish last. Now we're seeing Chef Kenny, who's snatched up a load of parsley leaves for his dish. He's going to work that into his vegetable mixture. He's gonna chop up that parsley now. Again, so fragrant, so fresh. On the other side, seeing Chef Nick now seasoning his codfish. He's also got a pan with oil heating, ready to go. A liberal seasoning there of salt and pepper, not only to bring out the savor, but to add a nice crust, a nice texture to the flesh of that fish. Okay, some more herbs in Chef Kenny's bowl now. Now he's got his garlic, pre-peeled, ready to chop. Some fine knife skills on display from both of our chefs tonight. Our judges are still enjoying their meals from round one. Hey guys, don't fill up over there. There's 2 more rounds to go, hey? Take it easy. Okay, on Chef Kenny's side now, a hugely important ingredient. What did I say? Star ingredient in round one. Here it comes again. Butter, lots and lots of butter. Browning up real nice in that 800-degree oven. He's also got his cauliflower roasting inside there as well. Let me just go in for a closer look. No, not a good idea. Don't do that. Cut that part.
Thank you.
Fennel once again, the confusing fennel. Chef Nick now sizing up the pantry. What else can he use? Where else can he reach? Never a bad idea to go for the meats. I'll just be taking the rest of this home. Beautiful log of pancetta. A lovely counterpart to any whitefish dish. A salty, salty cured meat. Generous slices of that pancetta now over on Chef Nick's station. What's Chef Kenny working on? More anchovies, again, always a secret ingredient, bringing that saltiness to a dish. To balance that saltiness, here he goes again with the Lester's Farm wildflower honey. Chef Kenny getting all the preparation ready for his sides before he starts on that white fish. Now he's got a red onion that he's dicing. Nice medium dice. There he goes with the fine dice. Time check is going to be 8 minutes elapsed, 12 minutes remaining. 12 minutes, chefs. On Chef Nick's side now, that pancetta going in the pan. Adding a lot of savor to those vegetables that he's roasting up already. Some saltiness. Oh, I can smell that white fish frying. That is a beautiful sight. I'll just be getting in here. No? Come on. Okay, we've got the cauliflower and the cabbage roasting away on Chef Kenny's station now. He's going to take out that butter he's had browning for a while. That's nicely melted. As if it's not hot enough in here already, now Chef Kenny adding more fuel to the fire. Chef Nick now, he's got his codfish sizzling away, prepping his station for the second half of his dish. All right, now folks, you may have noticed that our chefs are pulling their ingredients from a fabulous stash right here in the middle. All of these ingredients local, all donated fresh for this event. And of course, we've got some lovely herbs that they've been picking from all night, but we also have a secret stash of herbs that each chef can choose from. And believe it or not, you could be choosing from these herbs in your own house restaurant, business, cabin, RV counter, wherever you go, you can have fresh herbs with you. And I'm going to send it out to my co-host Carolyn to chat about a sponsor of round 2.
This is a fantastic contraption. This is Jackson McLean, and you're the assistant manager of the seed company, also known as Gaze Seeds. And you brought this here tonight. You're supplying some of these fresh herbs, and it doesn't get much fresher than this.
No, you're right. This is called a click and grow smart herb garden. So you can put this in your kitchen, put a couple seeds in it, and have fresh herbs to put in your soup, salad, whatever you want.
And what sorts of things can you grow in that?
Yeah, well, I have one at home, and you can grow tomatoes, hot peppers, lettuce, kale, but it's mostly meant for herbs.
Hey, just fantastic. I guess you'll be selling a lot of these around Christmas time, probably.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's a huge Christmas seller. It's the perfect gift for anyone who has a green thumb.
Well, thank you so much for donating some of these herbs tonight. And why did the seed company want to take part in this event tonight?
Well, we have a huge focus on local food, local growing. We want to get everybody and their dog growing out in their backyard.
Awesome. Thank you so much again for being here tonight and for bringing this along. And one more thing, actually, I should mention is that someone is going to walk away with this tonight, right?
Yeah, we donated one for a prize, so you can go and get a ticket for the door prize, and it could be yours.
Excellent. Thank you so much. Back to you, Zach.
A huge thanks to the sponsors of this event. Remember, if you'd like to buy some tickets on the Click and Grow Herb Station, as well as a ton of other donated local prizes, please do so. The money, the proceeds are going to the Community Food Sharing Association, as well as the food items that our lovely audience brought in with them tonight. And for all of the food you see here that we have fresh to be cooked up during this competition, we have an equal amount of non-perishable food items that we are donating directly to the Community Food Sharing Association. A huge thanks to all of our sponsors for making that happen. All right, let's check in on the kitchen throwdown that's going down. Chef Nick now cubing up some butter. He's already got his codfish frying away. He already has a pan full of chard, fennel, and other nice veggies roasting up in these 800-degree Piatto ovens. Chef Kenny is doing the same on his station, roasting his own pan of vegetables. He has lots of different colored cauliflowers. He's got some red cabbage going on in there. He also now has his own codfish portions inside this oven, along with some big hunks of pancetta. We're gonna get that oil and the saltiness oozing out all over those fishes. And also inside here, he's got a pumpkin. Like, what's he doing with the pumpkin? Like, I don't even know. Like, where's the pumpkin gonna go? We're all gonna find out together. But there's a pumpkin in that oven. This is gonna be a first for me. Kate, is that the first time a pumpkin has been in the oven here at Piatto Pizza?
That is definitely the first time there's been a full pumpkin in the oven. And I'm dying to see what he does with it.
You and me both. Oh my, speaking of dying to see, check out the sear that Chef Nick has on that codfish. Ooh la la. Again, you can find Chef Nick Walters running the kitchen at the Merchant Tavern anytime you want to taste his delicious food for yourself. You can taste it with your eyes this evening. Yes, yes, what goes better with fish? How about a bowl of chips? Just over to the left of that fish, he's got a great big bowl of roasted potato chips. Again, that is the potato that we saw him mandolining earlier, super, super thin. He had that frying in a deep fryer, and now those potato chips are ready to go. Very clever. Chef Kenny, not to be outdone, is working on his pumpkin. We've got the steam rising out of the pumpkin. The plates are all ready to go. With 6 minutes left in this round, Chef, 6 minutes remaining in round 2. Time flies in the Feed Demon's kitchen, over halfway through this culinary competition. We've got some seasoning. We're gonna add a little lemon now, a little acid to Chef Nick's vegetable mixture. Chef Kenny now happy with the roast on his vegetables. Let's see if he's happy with his cod. He's gonna get his first look at his cod now as it comes out of the oven. He's moving those around, rotating those cods inside the oven so that they face the fire, getting an even cook on all sides of his codfish. Chef Nick, he's getting pretty happy with his vegetables. What's going into the pan next? Oh yeah, a little heavy cream. Oh my God. You can't have enough fat in a dish for me anyway. I'm gonna go on the record with that. A beautiful color now on that plate load of veggies from Chef Nick. A whole different kind of color going on Chef Kenny's side. He's got the purples and the reds from the cabbage, the green and the white from the cauliflower. Liking the way it tastes now. A little extra seasoning to seal the deal. Fish, the star ingredient, has to be cooked perfectly. Time check, 4 minutes. 4 minutes and 10 seconds remaining in round 2. He's got his fish near but not in the oven, so Chef Nick can keep his fish warm while he waits for those vegetables to finish. Testing the doneness with his fingers now, the way a pro chef always does. Speaking of adding fat, it's time for some butter. Butter on Chef Kenny's station. Chopping up that butter and into his vegetables now. We saw Chef Nick add some heavy cream to his vegetables. Chef Kenny is going with butter. Chef Nick plating already. We're seeing him dropping those roasted vegetables that he's mixed in with the cream. So he's going to start with a base of veggies and cream on his plate. He's got the codfish and the potato chips left to go. Chef Kenny, for his part, is plating also. He's going to start with a bed of roasted vegetables. Getting those lovely stringy cabbage pieces. Those colorful cauliflowers, all of it now hitting the plate on Chef Kenny's side. 3 minutes now, 3 minutes remaining in round 2. The fish, of course, the last to go. Chef Nick now plating his fish. He's gonna add the codfish portions right on top of that veggie medley. Some beautiful plates coming out from both of our chefs in this round 2. Fresh local codfish is the star ingredient. 2 minutes, 20 seconds remaining in round 2. It's a high wire act to get everything out on time. Two minutes exactly now. 2 minute countdown left in round 2. 3-round showdown here, folks. So we're seeing some fresh basil coming out on Chef Nick's station. He's going to finish those plates with some fresh basil, among other things, picking out the perfect leaves. While we see Chef Kenny ready now to plate his codfish. Beautiful, delicate, white, flaky codfish now coming out of Chef Kenny's oven. Chef Kenny also has the pancetta and oil that's helped to season and flavor those pieces of fish, but it looks like the pancetta hasn't got on the plate yet. Chef Nick is finishing those plates with a little fresh herb. We also see him with a lemon already wedged up. I'll ask Chef Marc Mccrae to ready the final round. 1 minute to go. All right, folks, we're coming down. 50 seconds to go. Chef Kenny has cleaned his plates. Those beautiful white codfish portions, definitely the star. As he adds the vegetable medley. Gonna finish those plates with a nice herbaceous gastrique. 25 seconds remaining on the clock. Coming right down to it once more. Chef Nick, are you going with those potato chips also? No, dice. He's happy with his plates. All right, guys, are you ready to count them down with me? Here we go. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And that's the end of round 2. We're almost home, folks. 1 round to go. I'm going to ask my friends, the competing chefs, to bring their plate over to the judges as Marc Mccrae runs to fetch the secret ingredient for round 3. All right, Chef Kenny, tell the good people what you made tonight.
We just have some baked cod, baked with a little prosciutto. Just get some of the fat and saltiness in there. Some roasted red cabbage and 3 colors of cauliflower. And all that's topped with a brown butter bagna cauda.
Beautiful, delicate dish. Congratulations, my man. That looks fantastic. The extra plate, you can put it right over here if you wouldn't mind. I'll handle the extra plate for you. Okay, Chef Nick, tell us what you made for round 2.
I just did a ragu of dino kale, pancetta, and fennel with tomato and a little bit of cream and pan-roasted cod.
Another beautiful looking dish. Look at that, folks. How are the judges going to decide between these two? Okay, folks, there's just 1 round to go. So while the chefs take a few seconds to wipe down their station, my friend Chef Marc Mccrae is going to fetch the final secret ingredient tonight. Okay, guys, are you ready for the reveal? Here comes the star ingredient for round 3.
All right, guys, a little bit of a twist. Final round. Ontario Brown Lake duck breast and locally foraged cranberries.
Woo! Beautiful.
Time starts.
Let's go. If you guys are ready, hey, folks, no let up here at Feed Demons.
Time starts now.
Go for it. Woo! Tart berries and fatty duck, a classic pairing for round 3. So while our judges enjoy their dishes for round 2, the chefs are diving right away into the final round of this kitchen throwdown. This duck breast donated to us tonight by Cisco, a major food sponsor of Feed Demons. And we have locally foraged cranberries as well. Again, a classic combination for this final round. Okay, both chefs have chosen their duck. Okay, we got round 3. You want to take that for me, huh? Thank you very much. Okay, we've already seen Chef Nick pat his duck breast dry. Now he's going to score the fat on those breasts. So he's just running his knife across the fat on the top of the duck breasts. So he's cutting through the fat as that fat cooks. All that amazing, wonderful duck fat will seep down through the skin into the meat. It's like the best thing in the world. If you were going to make duck breast at home, start here, folks. Score your skin. You get a nice crispy skin as well. While over on Chef Kenny's side, he's decided to start by cubing up some bread. So this is the bread we had donated from Rocket Bakery. Chef Kenny now cubing up that bread. Some crouton-sized cubes, but we'll see where he goes with that. Chef Nick still prepping his duck breast. Once again, this is something that if you were cooking it at home, you would probably want longer than 20 minutes to do your preparation. But for these two pros, I'm sure they'll handle it no problem. Generously seasoning on the meat side of his duck. Chef Nick has worked in his salt and his pepper. His pan already blazing hot, just the way you want it for duck breast. Too hot, he says, too hot. He's gonna let that cool for a moment as he adds the oil. Okay, as our two chefs get ready to face off in this final Feed Demons round, I'm gonna ask our co-host Carolyn Stokes to get right up in there and see how the judges felt about the dish from round 2.
All right, Kate, I'm going to start with you. So much going on here. What are your thoughts?
There's so much going on here, and you know this is a very tight round for me. But the cook on Nick's fish is flawless. It is crispy on the outside, perfectly cooked on the inside, has amazing flavor, showcases the product really well. And then over here we have like a really different, interesting group of flavors that I'm not like typically used to with cod, but it works. It works perfectly.
And lovely color as well with the cabbage.
Look at the beautiful green and purple and white, and even over here in Nick's dish, and you have like red and green, and you know, typically sometimes with cod you get like the more bland colors and potatoes and cod, and it's all white, and these dishes pop.
Great, thanks, Kate. So, Janet, I see you're all done.
I said I love to eat, but my husband and my friend Jamie, you know, they came had a little taste. But, you know, I grew up eating cod. Both my parents fished, and Mom's going to kill me for this, but Mr. Nick here has topped her, I have to say.
Uh-oh.
Both dishes were just gorgeous, but that fish, oh my God, amazing.
And what are your thoughts on the other dish as well? Because you have the cabbage and the cauliflower as well.
Absolutely beautiful. I mean, you know, we're spoiled here tonight. What do I say? Stunning. Thank you to the guys.
And how are you feeling? Are you filling up yet? Do you still have room left for round 3?
Well, did I hear round 3 is duck?
Duck.
Oh, I totally have room. Bring it on.
Excellent. Thanks, Janet. So, Chef Marc, the expert here tonight, what are your thoughts?
Oh my God, the guys killed it with this round. Both dishes are spot on. Seasoned really well, really vibrant flavors. Everything's cooked perfectly. Super happy with both plates, so can't really think of anything bad to say. So
That sauce over there looks amazing.
so good, so good. You can taste some later.
It looks fantastic. Thank you so much, guys. I'll throw it back over to Zach, and we'll check out, see how the chefs are doing back there.
Yeah, the chefs are already hard at work. That duck breast takes a lot longer than the codfish to cook, so they're both already firing their protein. You can see it sizzling away there in Chef Nick's station. He's got that cooking skin side down in his pan. Meanwhile, on the other side, Chef Kenny, also in the pan, but he's elected to use the hot Piatto ovens for his duck breast. So 2 different preparations this time. Fried on Chef Nick's side, roasted on Chef Kenny's side. Now we're seeing Chef Nick checking on his duck breast. He also has some sliced green cabbage. I've got him with a ton of those fresh, locally foraged cranberries ready to go. On Chef Kenny's side, we're seeing him adding some oil now to his freshly cubed bread inside the Piatto oven, as well as his duck breast. He also has a pan full of Brussels sprouts, some of those locally foraged cranberries, a big swig of the locally produced honey, and a scoop of mascarpone cheese. Really can't wait to see how all that turns out. Kind of getting jealous of the judges there. I think next time, Marc, you and me are switching, buddy. I'm eating, you're yapping. Getting really hot in here now. Chef Nick reaching inside to stoke the fire, poking away at the embers that fuel the 800-degree Piatto wood-burning ovens. Speaking of burning, on Chef Kenny's side, that pumpkin from round 2 is still roasting away. We have 13 minutes to go in this final round of Feed Demons. 13 minutes to go, chefs. Chef Nick already ready to flip. Not quite ready to flip those ducks. Taking a quick look at the skin. He wants it crispier and browner. Same thing now. Chef Kenny checking out his duck skin. Decides he wants it cooked for longer. Back in the oven. On Chef Nick's side, we're seeing him spooning that brown butter all over those duck breasts. Another pro chef maneuver. You don't just let it sit there. Use your spoon. Get it all over the meat. On Chef Kenny's side, moving in with some Mount Sile savory, Lester's Farm savory. There you go. Classic Newfoundland ingredient. So he's got some red onion, some olive oil, and his cubed breadcrumbs. Chef Nick squeezing away on the Piatto Pizza balsamic reduction. Now going with some dried mushrooms. Gonna rehydrate those mushrooms in this mixture. We got a lot happening here in this round 3. Okay, while things are roasting away, we're gonna send it out to Carolyn Stokes, our co-host, to chat with the sponsor of this round. Carolyn.
Thanks, Zach. Joining me right now is Tara Lehman, and one of the sponsors of tonight's event. And Tara, you have a very interesting business. It's a new one, but it's fascinating. Tell us about it.
Interesting is one way to put it. I put date nights together into a subscription box and I mail them across Canada. And I'm the only one in Canada that has this type of subscription box. So I always say I'm saving date night one box at a time. This is an example. And I work with a lot of local businesses, Tabal being one of them, Newfoundland Chocolate Company, and everything in the box is most times Canadian made. So I ship to every province, every territory, and I'm in my first year of business. And yeah, everything you need for a date night at home is inside the box. And you have a chance to win one here at the event tonight.
Where did you get this idea?
I was organizing speed dating events. A lot of people in St. John's know me as the person that was doing that. And as everyone complained about how it's so hard to come up with a date night idea, Date Mail was born, and now I'm too busy to hold speed dating events.
How do you fit a date night into a box?
Oh, it's interesting. It takes a lot of creativity, listening to a lot of customer feedbacks, and it's an experience in a box. So I do a different date theme every month. It could be spa-themed, chocolate-themed, French-themed, which actually Rocket Bakery partnered with me on. The list goes on. Yeah, it does fit all in this box, honest to goodness.
Very interesting. Thank you so much, Tara Lehman. Appreciate it. And Zach, I'll throw it back over to you.
So we're at the halfway point of this round 3. Only 10 minutes left to go in this Feed Demons challenge. Now that is a nice looking duck breast on Chef Nick's side. Brown, crispy. Oh yeah. But it could always use a little dose of vitamin B. He's gonna drown those breasts in the butter. He's already got his green cabbage cooking. He's got some green onions chopped and ready to go. Can't wait to see how Chef Nick is going to use those locally foraged cranberries. Meanwhile, on the other side, Chef Kenny has also now migrated his duck breasts into the pan. It's funny, both of our chefs sort of switched their strategies midway through. Chef Kenny started in the oven, now in the pan. Chef Nick started in the pan, now in the oven. Chef Kenny now added some spicy red peppers to his bread mixture. We're gonna see that toast up soon, I'm sure. Also now checking the mysterious pumpkin that's coming out of the Piatto ovens. Is it cooked enough now to incorporate? Will we see the pumpkin make its way into round 3? Here it comes. You're gonna slice down the inside on the most done side of the pumpkin. The side that is most cooked, that's where he's gonna be working. So he's got the charred black flesh on the outside, but it's that inside cooked flesh that Chef Kenny is going after. Oh, that pumpkin slicing up nice. That's cooked. That's ready to eat. Okay, Chef Nick now, another generous chunk of butter. In go the cranberries now, the locally foraged cranberries, the second part of the secret ingredient in this third and final round. We've got the duck breasts, we got the cranberries, we got the green cabbage. We've got 8 minutes left on the clock, folks. 8 minutes left in this Feed Demons culinary competition. Of course, you all know that tonight we're raising food and money for the Community Food Sharing Association. I'm just going to ask Carolyn Stokes and our producer Tara Lehman to prep that donation, which we'll do right at the end of this round. So we're seeing him basting those breasts now. Chef Kenny basting the skin side of those breasts. They're looking brown and beautiful. Chef Marc, what do you think of what you see so far?
Oh man, a lot of good things. second round was really good. They really hit their stride. Both dishes were like mind-blowing. But and Kenny's got the pumpkin in the oven. It's gonna be crazy.
Extra points for creativity there, I think.
Yeah, really cool. So yeah, stoked.
Okay, guys, we have 7 minutes left to go. 7 minutes left in this culinary competition. I'm going to ask one of our cameras to get set for the food donation, which is going to happen nearer to the back of the room in just a few short minutes. We're going to be presenting the food that we raised tonight, as well as the cash we have from our ticket sales and our sponsors to the Community Food Sharing Association, the local charity who do so much to help out so many people at this time of year. We're cooking up a big feast in here for ourselves, so we wanted to do something for the community while we're at it. Okay. So Chef Kenny now has his breadcrumb, his cubed bread. Chef Kenny with his cubed bread, his roasting Brussels sprouts, his chopped pumpkin, and a few other secret ingredients in the oven, roasting away. A nice bread pudding from Chef Kenny to accompany his duck breast and cranberries. From Chef Nick, we're seeing those green onions now roasting away in the brown butter. We've got his cabbage now. A lot of the liquid evaporating out of that cabbage, going to be nice and crunchy, sweet. It's going in his pot. All right, if we're ready, folks, it's time for the main event. We all came here tonight to help out the Community Food Sharing Association, and Carolyn Stokes is standing by with them and a whole lot of food. Carolyn!
Yes, thank you, Zach. As you've mentioned, all the proceeds from tonight's events will be donated to the Community Food Sharing Association, along with all of these donations here, non-perishable food items that people brought with them tonight, and also a big thank you to our sponsor, Cisco. They had a $500 donation of fresh food and non-perishable food items, so pretty good, right? This is Betty Gill, one of the directors with the Community Food Sharing Association. Thank you so much for coming here tonight.
Oh, thank you so much for the invitation to come and accept the presentation. This is fantastic, like the team effort between CBC, Feed NL. We certainly sincerely thank you for your continued support all the time and all the events that you're hosting for it, and especially to Seattle for supplying tonight the place for you to host this event. We're just so thankful for the help feeding the community here in Newfoundland and Labrador.
Every bit helps, I guess, right?
Every bit helps, yep. Every monetary donation, food donation, it goes to help feed somebody that doesn't have any food on their table. Like we're looking at 27,000 people in Newfoundland and Labrador that don't have food on their table each day. 40% of those are under the age of 18. So I go to school sometime and I give them a perspective of what that is for over 10,000 children. And I said Arts and Culture Centre holds approximately 1,000 people. So it's 10 times filling the Arts and Culture Centre. That's how many children don't have food each day on their plate.
Wow, that's a scary number.
Scary, yeah. And the demand is growing more and more each year that we find. So every bit helps. Like, it's so easy to donate cash too. You can just go onto our website, if I can say our website. It's cfsa.nf.ca. So all those watching on Facebook tonight or anywhere, please do donate. It's just to hit the donate button.
All right, Betty Gill, thank you so much. And I'll throw it back to Zach to see how the chefs are doing.
3 minutes to go, folks. 3 minutes to go here in this Feed Demons Challenge. We're seeing the final plates now being prepped. A beautiful and intricate plate coming out from Chef Kenny. He's got his vegetable mixture, he's got his bread pudding, he's got his roasted pumpkin, all going down on a bed of green kale. He's got his duck breast sliced and ready to go. A fantastic, ornate, and delicious looking dish on Chef Kenny's side. Chef Nick plating as well. Lighter colors, but just as full in flavor. We've got the green cabbage. We've got those beautiful red, locally foraged cranberries. Getting the balance just right on each plate now. Chef Nick also has his roasted green onions, his garlic, and his duck breast. Of course, the star ingredient of this round. 2 minutes to go, Chef. 2 minutes to go in this third and final round. It's time for Chef Nick now to slice that duck. Oh, perfect cook on the inside of that duck breast. Chef Nick now slicing, dicing, getting ready to plate. Here it comes. There goes the duck breast on top of that bed of green cabbage, red cranberries, green onions still to go. Chef Kenny's side, he's finished plating. He's gonna a touch of salt, pepper to finish that off. Going in with the salt. I think he's ready to go. He's ready to face the judges. Chef Nick's side, the duck breast now hitting the plate. 1 minute to go, Chef. 1 minute left. An amazing job from both our competitors. How about a big hand of applause? Kenny Pippin, Nick Walters. Fun Chef Kenny at Cito Kitchen and Bar on fabulous Duckworth Street, downtown St. John's. Fun Chef Nick at the Merchant Tavern on historic Water Street in downtown St. John's. Tonight they're both at Piatto Pizza here in Midtown for a good cause. 30 seconds to go. A final flourish from Chef Nick. Last but not least, he's going to finish these plates off with his green onions, with his brown butter, with his roasted garlic. 20 seconds now. You want to count them down with me, folks? Here we go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's over! It's over! Kitchen Throwdown. In the books. It's all over but the eating, folks. All right, here come the plates. Chef Nick, why don't you take it off for us first this time? Tell us what you made for the lovely judges.
Just Savoy cabbage sweated in butter with cranberries. And then I just slow roasted the duck, and I made a mushroom and cranberry reduction with a little bit of cream just to balance the acidity of the cranberry out. And just some basically confit green onion.
Wow, looks and smells fantastic. And Chef Kenny, tell us what's on your round 3 plate.
Some roasted duck breast. We have a little stuffing with some Newfoundland cranberries, lots of bacon fat, the pancetta, Brussels sprouts, and the squash I put in the oven in round 2.
That looked amazing. What went through your mind when you grabbed that squash in round 2?
Let's see if it'll be ready by round 3.
Fantastic. A big congratulations to both of our chefs for the amazing effort that they put down here tonight. I'm just going to ask our judges to be quick about the tasting this time. They're going to take a quick bite. Then what's going to happen is our 3 judges are going to hustle off to the side. Carolyn Stokes is going to go with them. We won't get to hear what they say amongst themselves, their deliberations. They can keep that to themselves, but in just a few short minutes, they will come up with the winner. Meanwhile, out here in the kitchen, as we let our 2 chefs finally take a break, tonight, you guys in our audience were generously purchasing tickets on some of the items that we had donated from our fabulous sponsors who, again, have been helping to make Feed Demons a success. We are going to draw for those prize baskets that included this amazing Click and Grow indoor herb growing station. For all you home chefs out there, you can find these down at Gay Seeds. We're giving one away tonight. We have the date night box from producer Tara Lehman. We have a ton of swag from the 2 kitchens that these guys represented. I saw a really cool Merchant Tavern mesh hat. We've got some gift cards from Piatto Pizza. We've got some pizza money here ready to go. So if the chefs have had a chance to sample both dishes whenever they're ready, Carolyn, you've got the mic. You've got the chefs. I've got the gift baskets. I'll ask producer Tara Lehman maybe if she could come up to the front for the draw. What do you think, Tara? We'll get you and the gift baskets to come near to the front so we can do a nice draw. Katie's going to give her a hand with that. Thank you very much to the folks who are watching this at home. We're going to have a real quick judging, and then it's time to get down to the winner. This is a Feed Demons event brought to you by CBC Newfoundland and Labrador. We're hoping to be the first of many. We've got a chance here to showcase some of the judges who are part of the great chef and culinary community here in St. John's. All the sponsors we've been introducing you tonight, not only purveyors of local food, again, but people who came out here tonight to help out the Community Food Sharing Association. We do a lot of events with the Community Food Sharing Association folks at CBC NL, especially during this time of the year, and we're very proud to add just one more to that schedule. Stay tuned, of course, all through the month of November and December. We got plenty more events we'll be doing in this community to help out people in need. But tonight, we're happy to have a lot of fun along the way. Looks like the chefs are having a good chow down on here, these round 3 dishes. Yeah, you guys, you can do it here if you want. That's fine. You can do it right here. So they're just going to have a secret judging while we have a very public giving of stuff away. Yes. All right, Tara, let's see what we got. You guys ready? Yeah, so maybe we can make a little room here with the food for these gift boxes. So we're going to get some of the things that were donated.
It's so hard to judge. It's pretty even
And
right
this
now.
is for a gift basket that's valued at least $350 that features things like this Click and Grow from Gay Seeds, day mailbox. We have Janet Cowell's vinyl, like vinyl. How cool is that, right?
Just tally it up.
Do we give these to him? Do we tally it up ourselves?
We can tally it up, and then we'll just let Mark know what the final.
Drum roll, does somebody do a drum roll? Drum roll. All right, is everyone paying attention? Got their tickets
I should have brought
out?
my phone too.
693-9788.
Look like you're making your decision fairly.
Oh, yeah.
We have Wiener.
I got pretty strong feelings. Yeah, really good. So, we just got to tally them up now, and we're good to go. All right. I'm going to use... Yeah. I'll use my calculator.
That's
to be safe.
fantastic. All right, the judges are judging. They're adding up the point totals, furiously tabulating the results of this Feed Demons event. I don't know how they're going to choose between Carolyn. That was such a close competition. I don't know. You were on the eating side. I was on the cooking side.
Looks so good.
Chef Nick, that was an amazing job tonight, man. Congratulations, really.
Thank you for having me.
How did it feel under the hot lights?
It was fast.
Now, you're used to, turning over a few hundred plates on any given night. Tonight it's a smaller number of plates, but you don't know what you're cooking. How did it compare to your day job at the Merchant Tavern?
It was a lot more stressful.
Oh, really?
Like who your winner was?
Definitely.
Used to cooking in one of the finest kitchens in St. John's. Down here at Feed
Oh, and I'm
Demons, it's a lot
stuffed.
more stressful.
How hard
instead.
was the decision?
It was pretty hard. I mean, both chefs are brilliant. The food was so...
Really? What's that?
Because there's no word
Yeah,
cook.
I just
I'm
did
not
the
used to
math.
cooking with this. I scrapped
It
that
was
about
so
halfway through.
delicious.
That's right. We've got the wood-burning ovens here at
So
Piazza
as soon
Pizza. A
as
very
the
unique
cameras are
feature.
off, back
Chef
to the
Kenny,
dock.
what did you think of the wood-burning ovens? Again, not what every chef is used to cooking with,
What are you
eh?
going to do?
They were pretty amazing,
what everybody
They
else
cook
has
quick,
first.
you get some
Now
nice
you're
flavor
leaving it
on
to
there.
everyone else to
Yeah,
decide.
it's a treat.
To be the tiebreaker.
You're also used to turning
Yeah,
over
yeah.
lots of
Is that
covers
you
in your
can't actually
own
pick a winner.
chef-owned
The
and
winner
operated
is-
restaurant. How does being here in a
Right.
culinary
Right.
competition compare to being
guess we know
downtown
what
on a
I'm
Friday
landing.
night?
Oh, same thing. You keep your head together, do what you do, and get the food out, right?
This guy, man. Well, thank you again so much, and congratulations to you. I'm seeing Marc Mccrae working a calculator there. Not his usual forte. Celebrity judge Janet Cowell is shrugging. Kate Vallis, our gracious host, also trying to tabulate her own results. But judging by the way these judges are poring over the
we need to add
figures,
them all
I'm
up,
thinking
right?
it's a close competition.
so-
Nick will throw...
All right, as soon as we get the results, I'm going to ask Chef Marc Mccrae to grab that mic, come back around to the center, and help us declare a winner this round of Feed Demons. All right, they're checking each other's results. Another sure indication that this is a close competition. It's going to be tight. I'm seeing some tied scores on the sheet. The one sheet that I can see features ties.
Oh, wow.
Very close.
Kate shaking her head, tightening her lips. She knows it's a tight one.
So,
I think
let me see.
Yeah. Yeah, basic math isn't my strongest suit either.
All right. I'll bring this with me, this layer.
Once again, folks, a huge thanks to the people in the audience who came out to watch. A huge thanks to the people at home who have tuned in, and especially to the sponsors who made tonight's event happen. None of this would have happened without you. And again, it's all been in support of the Community Food Sharing Association, a very important charity here in our community. All right, Mark's got the judges' sheets. My co-host Carolyn Stokes, our producers Kate Vallis, Tara Lehman, and here comes Marc Mccrae to declare a winner of Feed Demons.
For dessert, a slice of verdict. Man,
right, guys,
that
let's
was
get
close. It was there was a difference in 2 points for the
2 points.
2 points.
This
yeah.
whole thing came after all of that. 3 rounds, 60 minutes of cooking, all those local ingredients, and it came down to 2 points. Guys, let me get you in a little closer here for this big reveal.
All right.
Take it away, brother.
All right. After all that, the winner of Feed Demons is Nick Walters. Nick Walters, Merchant Tavern. Great job, guys. You both killed it. Thank you.
Congratulations to Kenny Pittman and Nick Walters, folks. Thank you so much
Thank
for
you,
being
everybody.
here. A huge thanks, a big congratulations, down to 2 points at the end of the day. Hey, we only promised it would be hot. We never promised it would be easy. Well, that's the way it goes here at Feed Demons. Again, a huge thanks to everyone who came out, who watched at home, to all our sponsors, and especially our competing chefs. Big thanks to everybody who made tonight happen. I'm Zach Gowdy on behalf of Carolyn Stokes. I'm everybody at CBC Newfoundland and Labrador. Thanks a lot, and see you next time for Feed Demons.